All right, so I'm excited for this audit.
Yeah.
A little quicker than normal. Who's the target today?
Today we have publishing.com.
Publishing.com.
Yep.
All right, cool. So we'll be looking at their funnel and their ads and stuff. So just kind of going back to what we were a few days ago when we made this last video, we were at 1,228 clicks, 906 leads, 73.78% conversion rates. Just a few days later, looking at the stats, we're at now 1,397 clicks, 1,016 leads, 72.73% conversion rates.
Only 72?
Only 72. Dipped a little bit. Still pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if we can get publishing.com 72%.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on, guys? Vince Street here, founder of EBOOV.com, and I'm here with Mike,
Hey,
head of operations here at EBOOV, and we're excited. We've been doing these ad audits recently. They've been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, we get a lot of questions from people saying, hey, how can we use EBOOV to get more leads and faster sales? And I feel like this might be the best way to really show its power and also just check out some really cool and popular funnels at the same time, which I love to do.
Right. Yeah, they're always asking, how can we apply eBOOV to what I'm already doing? And just by diving deep into someone's funnel, hopefully this will help.
Absolutely. So, our stats we've been hovering at that 72 to 74% conversion rates using eBOOV. And we use a process called the Casper method to do it. And I'm pretty confident that most marketers out there wouldn't mind 72% conversion rates. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to check out our target, and Mike has a list. He goes through Instagram and Facebook and finds some awesome funnels to audit. So who do we have this week?
We have publishing.com.
Awesome. Publishing.com. What type of funnel is this,
Well,
we're going to see
most
here in a second.
likely going to be a brick wall page.
Yeah?
Funnel.
Yeah. So real quick, before we get into this funnel, just so you're probably thinking, like, what are you guys doing to get 72% conversion rates? It's really simple. So, our company, EBOOV, it's a video platform. It allows us to capture leads with amazing technology. We call it in-video conversion technology. We can drive 100% of our traffic to one page. And essentially, we drive the traffic there. They get to watch the webinar immediately. And we're able to lock the video with this IVC technology and video conversion technology to capture the lead without the user actually leaving the page. Once they opt in, the video continues to play. And now we have a lead. And we've seen that 85% of the people that do this watch 100% of the video, which essentially allows us to make more offers. And from there, we're able to use some really cool technology. We call it off-platform video retargeting, where we can retarget everybody that presses play and build custom audiences and some really cool stuff, which we'll dive into more here on this audit.
Yep.
All right, so you'll see me looking over here because I can see Mike's screen. He is looking at the funnel we're going to audit here on his computer, and we're going to get started. So let's go ahead and take a look at the target. Let's look at the ad first.
Yeah. So just scrolled through Instagram and found this ad right here. So let's go ahead and play this.
All right.
Hey, my name is Christian Mickelson, and I've helped hundreds and thousands of people from all walks of life increase their income online by earning what we call recurring royalties. And we're pretty darn good at it. Listen, my company is called publishing.com, and we were recently named the 19th fastest growing company in all of America. And there you can see us at number 19 on that list. So the reason we've been so successful in helping regular people boost their income is because we don't believe you should start your own business, okay? Starting a business is hard, and that's what everyone gets wrong about it. Instead, what we do is we show you how to plug in to this company you might have heard of, Amazon, and the $500 billion business that they've already built that we can essentially piggyback off of. However, the way we do it is completely different from anything you've ever seen before, okay? We don't show you how to sell products on Amazon like everyone else. The way we plug into Amazon is through this app on your phone called Audible, which most people don't know is Amazon's app. And with this app, I showed my mother-in-law, Elsa, how to use it to cover all of her living expenses by earning royalties. Now, listen, this didn't make her rich. So if you're looking to get rich or make a ton of money in the next 7 days, I'm not your guy. However, I can confidently show how any regular person can take advantage of this new Audible app strategy to boost their income every month. So if you're curious to see that and see how we do it, I just spent the last 3 months putting together the single best video training I've ever made, okay? Walking you through step by step exactly how to set all this up for yourself. And the best part is the training is 100% free. That's right, it's free. So to get instant access to it, just tap the button on your screen. You'll go to another page where you enter your email address and you'll have instant access to the training. Now listen, over 5,000 people have already gone through this training.
All right, so man, I get jealous sometimes of people with biz opportunities because it's such a big, wide open market. And if you tap on the right buttons, I'm sure this guy's probably crushing it. So let's go ahead and it's the moment of truth. Go ahead and click on that Learn More button. All right, so, he already pre-warned people that it was going to send them to a brick wall page. So we call this a brick wall page because it blocks 80% of traffic. And this is where we see probably 9% of marketers who run ads, they're sending traffic to the brick wall page to essentially get the name and email. And then on the other side is the video. Now, we're getting 73% conversions without using a brick wall page. So where I think a lot of people go wrong is by sending people here, you're losing out on 80 out of 100 clicks, right? So Mike, anything on the brick wall that you want to throw in here before we go to the next step?
Even though he did warn that, you just have to place your name and email to watch the training. Absolutely.
But even if he didn't, it still would convert at about 20%.
Yeah, exactly.
So he would lose 80, right?
Yeah.
And, most of the time, out of those 80 people, there are buyers, and we're living proof of that you would have never seen what's on the next step, and that's what they actually want. So let's go ahead and opt in. Let's see what's on the next page.
Yeah, and then also too, just opting in instead of out of curiosity, right?
Right. Yeah, because you have to guess, right? We're guessing. We're like, okay, he made this amazing pitch on the ad. Sounds interesting, but now I have to say, do I want to give this person my email? We're putting that person in the position to as we can see here, opt in out of curiosity because we don't know what's on the other side.
Okay, so I click the button and it looks like, it's set to a specific time.
Okay, so he got the email first, right?
Yeah.
So now, this is even more of a reason why this would, in my opinion, do much better just sending them right here.
Right.
But anyhow, okay, so now we're in, and this looks like a pre-registered page. All right, so let's go ahead and press play. It's only a 1 minute and 30-second video.
So it looks like
it's like a thank you page to the webinar.
Hey, Christian Mickelson here, your host for today's session, and we're just about ready to
go ahead and
get started
stop.
with
This is just selling them to, obviously, you can see the timer. Now we can watch the webinar. All right, so now let's just think about that, right? So people were interested in the ad. They clicked on the ad, and now they put their name and email, and they're still not getting the video that they wanted, right? So there's breakage points there where you're losing some of those people that would potentially have, maybe wanted this product. So now let's go ahead and click on Watch Now and see what happens. All right, so it's loading. Again, even that little load, you might have some people drop off. Go ahead and hit Start Broadcast, another click.
Mic check. Audio, is that good?
All right.
Awesome. All right, let me just take a quick sip of water. Woo! Guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. Welcome. My name is Christian Mickelson. Now, I'm going to make this presentation as short and sweet as I can on how to start making truly automated, ongoing income from Amazon. Now, guys, what's new about this is certainly not the results, okay? We and thousands of other people have already been making great money with this unique Amazon model for over 7 years now, okay? That's the kind of amazing
All right, you can go ahead and stop.
This thing has.
So automated ongoing Amazon income with free AI app anyone can use without tech know-how, without steep startup costs, without sacrificing your schedule. Okay, so although this is an evergreen funnel, right? So brick wall page, thank you page, click the button, watch live. The problem is, again, 80% of people are never going to even get to this step, right? So if you go back to our funnel, right, we're sending 100% of traffic right to our webinar, right? So the second they press play, the user is immediately getting what they wanted, or I should say what they expected from the ad,
right?
Right. So, it's a simple, question. Would you rather have 100% of people see what you have to offer or 20, right? And that's if the 20 that opt in from the brick wall give you their real name and email address.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so the way we're capturing the lead is obviously with the in-video conversion technology. So we're able to lock the video at the time that we choose and capture the lead. The person then opts in to continue watching. So if you go back to his page, right, with the webinar, because I felt like the ad was on point. I mean, like I said, money-making opportunity type businesses tend to do well because the one thing that's universal is people always want to make more money, right? So if we would have seen that ad and then let's say that we would have clicked and then go back to our page, imagine if his webinar would have just started immediately, right? So now the people are watching immediately, then you get to any portion of the webinar that you want, and then he locks it. The people that are interested are now opting in out of necessity versus curiosity because they're seeing the webinar, they know what it's about, and they're opting because they want to actually continue watching.
Yeah, eliminating unnecessary steps and friction in
exactly.
the process.
And that increasing the quality of the lead is amazing, right? Because let's just say, for example, we had to opt into his brick wall. Can you pull up his brick wall page real quick? We opted in here not knowing what was going to happen, right? And then when we opted in, it took us to that other page, like a thank you page to watch the webinar. A person could be like, okay, I just put my name and email and maybe miss that next step. Even if I get an email later, it almost feels like spam.
Right.
Because I thought I was going to watch the webinar. I don't know what's going to happen unless I click the button. Had he just sent the people right to the webinar. So if you go to his webinar page, right, and they're able to just start watching, let's say there was no distractions, and we don't need to necessarily make them think it's real because this is, most people on the way that he did it, they know that this isn't a live webinar.
Oh, right, because even there's a chat.
Exactly. So there's this attempt to like make this process feel real, although everybody watching it, they know it's automated.
Right. It doesn't have to be that way.
And I could argue that could be distracting on the side in terms of the chat, the live chat. Now, I'm assuming on mobile that's going to be underneath the video, so it probably wouldn't distract as much. But on desktop, I can see all of the chat, all right?
Yep.
Now, the key to this is this. Go ahead and go back to the brick wall page. Because, it's one thing to send 100% of traffic here and lose them, right? Let's go see what's happening in the Pixel Helper, like what type of data is being passed back to the ad platform. All right, so we can see page view. There's no video here. We already obviously skipped if you go to the next page, his actual video page with the webinar. Go ahead and click the Pixel Helper and let's see what's firing here.
Okay.
Okay, so we can see still the page view. Hit play.
So it looks like it's just continuing, but
yeah. So okay, cool. So it's not passing any video data back to the ad platform, right? Now I'm pretty familiar with the software he's using, so I think that they have some things built into the software where they may be able to do some things with the CRM, like people jump off, send them an email or whatnot. But the problem with this is if it's not passing any of the video data back to the ad platform, it won't help him with future ads, meaning if the Pixel's not learning what's happening and the ad platforms aren't aware of what's firing, then you could experience fluctuations in your ad costs. Whereas if you go to our funnel, right, we're sending 100% of traffic here. So go ahead and go to the Pixel Helper here. So when you see the page, you can see the page view, Pixel Fire, but go ahead and press play. Here's the kicker. Go ahead and stop it.
Okay, this is why
and then go to the Pixel Helper. All right, so you can see it automatically fired the press play conversion, right? So real quick, the screen's black right now because EBOOV offers DRM protection. DRM stands for Digital Rights Management. It's the same technology of a Hulu or Netflix that prevents people from screen recording or illegally downloading the video. So because Mike's recording his screen and I'm looking at it on a big screen, that's why the screen is black. So if he wasn't recording,
we'll just show what it looks like.
You can see like the video would play, and then as the video continues to play, it will continue to fire a 25% conversion, 50%, 75%, and 95% conversion event back to the ad platform. So essentially, when anyone clicks on our ad and lands here, we're automatically firing conversions, which is allowing our Pixel to get smarter, which is, again, allows the ad platform to put our ad in front of more people who need it the most. Now, at the same time, what's cool about what we're doing and why we're seeing 72 to 74% conversions is that we're able to build custom audiences on those events. So, for example, you can see the press play event immediately gets passed when a person presses play. We're building a custom audience of all those people that press play where I can go back in and set up what we call a precision ad and retarget everybody that presses play and push them right back to the webinar. all right, whether they opt in or not, right? So we're capturing those leads. Whereas if we go back to the other funnel, obviously if they come here, they're not, and for example, they don't opt in, this particular funnel is optimized for leads, right? So essentially publishing.com is saying, I want to run ads, I want to drive traffic to this brick wall page, and I want you to find me leads. The way the ad platform perceives what's happening is that 80 times out of 100, the ad platform is not accomplishing its goal. It's saying, we sent 100 clicks, 80 people said no. We sent 100 clicks, 80 people said no. Okay, so even though some of the 80 that didn't opt in might have purchased and might have been really interested in the product, they're saying that person is not because their objective for this particular ad was to get a lead. All right, so the difference is he's getting way more losses than we are. Whereas when we would get a person that lands on our page, 100% of every click, okay, essentially is seeing the webinar, right? So the math is on our side. And when they press play, we're passing that conversion data back to the ad platform, allowing our pixel to get smarter and building those retargeting audiences at the same time. Mm-hmm. Anything on that I might have left out?
Yeah, and just to make it clear, building the retargeting audiences on the ad platforms, right? Nothing necessarily changes.
Off the ad platform.
Those, right. They're building it on like Facebook.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So let me explain what he's saying.
That's something that some people get confused by, just to make it clear.
Yeah, so for example, if I upload an ad to Facebook or YouTube, I can build a custom audience on the people that watch that ad. Mm-hmm. But when they click on the ad, right, and they land on a video on a brick wall page, for example, typically you aren't able to build retargeting audiences on that video off of the ad platform. With EBOOV, you can. So simultaneously, when they press play and watch 25%, 50%, 75%, or 95% of our webinar, okay, we are automatically building those custom audiences inside of Facebook and Google, which is YouTube and Instagram. All right. So basically I can go in, create an ad, and that audience will automatically be built inside that ad platform. And then I can target them with an additional ad. We call that a precision ad. And what's cool about that is we know their intent. Right. For example, someone watches 50% of our webinar, we know that they want more leads and faster sales. So when we run a retargeting ad back to them, that ad usually performs extremely well. Yeah. And these audiences grow a lot faster because, like I said, everybody that clicks is getting into that audience.
There is one individual that had a question, and because she was saying that, with Google, to build like an audience, you have to hit like 1,000 people in there for it to start, working, right? And so in essence, with the EBOOV video, you're able to hit that much faster.
Absolutely. So what they're saying is with Google, to retarget an audience, you need 1,000 people in that audience, right? So let's just take basic math, right? So if you're using a brick wall page, let's go back to their brick wall page. And let's say you're building an audience on the leads, right? So if 100 people click, 20 opt in, that's 20 people. Same thing happens, 100 people click, 20 opt in, that's 40 leads, and so on. Then you get to 60, then you get to 80. That's a lot of clicks. That's extremely expensive. In that scenario, right, even with, let's say, 500 clicks, you still would not have built a lead audience of even 1,000. Mm-hmm. With what we're doing, if you go back to our funnel, right, and we send 100 clicks and they press play, okay, we can get to that 1,000-person audience a lot faster because we're obviously maximizing and letting the math work for us, maximizing the numbers, right? Exactly. And letting math work for us. So we're building audiences faster, passing more conversion data back to the ad platform, and our ads are working better. Our ad cost is going down, our lead cost is going down, our conversions are going up because the pixel is so smart because of the way that we're doing it, all right? So I would tell, if you go back to publishing.com, the way that they could simply implement this would be get rid of the brick wall page, right? And go, and immediately if they did that and they took the video that they're already using, the webinar, and let's go to our page, and they embed it on a page, and then have a simple headline and subhead. It could be discover how to earn money with the Audible app on the top. Yep. And it went right to the webinar. The second the person would press play, they would start building the custom audience. Let the video go. I'm sure there's a good portion of the webinar where they get hooked a little bit, and there's probably a portion where you tell them, hey, on this webinar, I'm going to show you X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. At that point, you lock it with an in-video conversion lead pop. The person would then opt in to continue watching. But the second they press play, they would already be building those custom audiences and building and getting what we call watch time leads, where we can come back and run ads to them even if they don't opt into the lead pop. Right? So they opt in. It gets to the end of the webinar, they can use a CTA button. Mm-hmm. A person can click on that CTA button at the end of the webinar. Now more people are going to see that offer. And if they're selling right away, a direct buy, they can link to their checkout or link to their book a call page. But the cool part about it is they can chase the lead, right? Because when the person opts into the in-video conversion form, they can have their CRM automatically email them, whether it's the buy now page or the book a call page. We call that chasing the lead. Right. So essentially they're getting more leads and faster sales by allowing the numbers and the math to work for them. And I think this is a great funnel. I mean, the ad was great. And then let's go back to the ad library. If they had that ad that we just watched, the one in the beginning of the video, as their cold ad, and all of these other ads that they have would be precision ads. So anyone that presses play, they just run those ads right back to the people who are in those audiences and just make more offers and then have a different set of ads targeting the leads.
Yeah, the great thing is they can be really clear with their ads now, right? They don't have to be curiosity-based or anything, when using the brick wall page. But I think the key here is just keep it simple, because a lot of individuals ask, like, do I have to create something specific for an EBOOV video? Right off the bat, the best thing they can do is just, for example, upload that video to EBOOV, their webinar, continue to drive traffic directly to it, and everything will happen as normal.
I mean, these eliminating steps is a lot easier. I mean, the ads I felt were really direct for this type of offer. I mean, think about the reaction from the person on the other end. They see that ad and boom, they click and they're right into the information.
Right.
I mean, the overall feel of that customer is going to be a lot better. But overall, this is a sick funnel. I can see why it works and why they've one of the, it looks like they top 5,000.
Yeah, it looks like they're crushing it.
100 or whatever, Inc. 5,000 or whatever. See why it's working, but I think it'd do a lot better.
Yeah,
with
much
EBOOV,
better.
for sure. All right, man. Well, that's all I got. That's all you got.
Until the next one.
So the next one. Later.